I had a niece who all of a sudden woke up with a fever one day and became completely paralyzed. And I called Dr. Australia. Western medicine, she was in the hospital. They couldn't give me a diagnosis. She would go in and out of comas. Nobody could tell me what was going on. And as a naturopathic physician, you know, I believe in the bioenergetic space. And so I was already doing some things just to keep her in life, but I need something more. And I called him and he said, hey, just, here, give me your name and whatever. And he plugged it into his machine and came back with, she's got this virus, that virus, that virus, that virus. So I had a radionic machine. So he said, go on and test it and treat her for that. And I did. She's up walking. She's in college now. She does wear braces, but she was paralyzed, like paralyzed. But anyway, that was my first introduction to the iMate. After that, of course, I had to buy one. And then I started using it for my clients. And I'll never forget, there are two cases, never forget. One was a man that had just become my client that day. And he lived far away, so he was on his way back driving. And it was night by the time he called me. And he said, Doc, I got this terrible pain in my chest and I don't know what's going on. I said, okay, well, just pull over to the side. Thank God I had seen him that day because he was in the iMate. The only thing I did was I just ran the heart. That's all I ran. Within 30 seconds of seeing what was going on, I just pushed, go, the biofeedback based upon what showed up. And in about 40 seconds, he took a deep breath and he said, whew. And I was like, what happened? He was like, I don't know how to explain the calm that just came over my chest. He said, I've never experienced anything like this before. That was the second case. Third case was 13-year-old autistic kid whose mom met me at a conference. And she's kind of crying. And I saw her and somebody said, you know that machine that you have? We think you can help her. And so she told me what was going on. She had left her kid at home in Florida with her mom. And he was out of control. Told her to give me his name immediately. I had learned something from Dr. Australia. With autistic kids, when they start stimming and having outbursts, just go to the emotional panel and just start, pushing irritability, behavior change, all of that. And literally, she called her mom in 20 minutes. Kid was completely calm. So anyway, I love the iMate. It's the best thing that has entered my world and my practice. And thank you, Dr. Australia, for all you do.